What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Dub Did It coming at you live and direct with a very special episode. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a special guest in the studio to do somewhat of an interview. Now, I know you guys have seen interviews with people that have been in prison and prison channels, but guess what? This is not a prison channel. This is the channel that'll get you to prison. No, I'm kidding. This is the channel that we want to hopefully prevent you from going there. And to talk about some of the related content that we discuss here on the channel, we have a special guest who is a former dealer herself. That's right, I said herself. Also done a little bit of time, and she's here to go ahead and basically tell you guys the story. But before we jump into that, let's go ahead and introduce Miss Sarita.
What's up, YouTube? My name is Sarita, aka Chica. I've been in and out of prison since 2008, but I did a stretch from 2016 to 2018, which is 2-year sentence. Is my longest that I've done.
And you're how old?
I am 37.
Wow, so that's a good little stretch. Now, when was the first time that you went to prison, or even not even just prison? When was the first time that you were incarcerated for anything?
Oh gosh, that was in 2008.
And what was that? Can you talk about that, or can you give us,
It was hot checks.
Hot checks. That's something that I see a lot on people's backgrounds. Well, go ahead and tell us a story about that.
Okay, well.
That big federal offense there.
That's a federal offense that I did not cause. My ex-boyfriend was actually psycho, and that's another story, guys. Oh
so what did he do? He made you put the gun in his head and said, I'm going to write this check. Okay, well, tell us the story. What happened?
I actually had my checkbooks, a whole book thing full of checkbooks on top of my cabinet in the kitchen. And I guess he knew that they were there, so he took one of my checkbooks and started writing out checks. And I noticed that, and I ended up doing time for that. So. God
dang. So that's what drugs do to you. Make you steal from your woman, write hot checks, and then get her in jail. That's kind of messed up. Now, was that your introduction, into the incarceration system? The incarceration system. Did that make you less scared of jail?
Honestly, I wasn't scared at all.
Actually, let me back up. How long did you do for that particular?
8 months.
8 months for a hot check?
Several.
Jesus Christ! Now, oh man! Now, was that actual sentencing time, or was that waiting to see the judge and all that?
That was actually both.
God, 8 freaking months. Mm-hmm. That is freaking nuts. Jesus. And did you stay with him after that, or?
No, I had to call the cops to get him out of my house because he freaking his wrist when I broke up with him, and he bled all inside my room. Then he my dog. I found my dog in the restroom.
We're gonna have to delete some of that part because we can't talk about that kind of stuff. So we can say that
he was very psychotic, and he climbed up my window.
He made your doggy disappear, is what he did.
He made my dog disappear.
But you found your dog disappeared already.
Yes, it was horrible.
God.
And then he woke up. I kicked him out, and I woke up, and my 3-year-old was laying next to me, and he had a knife to my throat, and I had just called the cops.
Wait, who had a knife to your throat? Your 3-year-old?
No, the dude.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to give names, right?
You can give her a damn.
Joe.
I give a damn. This is my damn channel. We do what we
anyway,
want.
His name was Joe. And I had broke up with him, told him that I didn't want to be with him or whatever. He ended up eating rat pellets and 32-ounce Whataburger cup of rat pellets. Yeah, that's going to make me love you more. Anyways, so I called the cops. We were fighting. My daughter ran downstairs to tell the neighbor that we were arguing, and she was only 3 years old.
Oh man, that's horrible.
That was so sad, and he would hit me in front of her and stuff. But anyway,
Jesus, what a loser.
So I don't really want to talk about that story.
Well, I mean, no, again, you don't talk about all that. It's, like I said, we're interested in your whole life, but we can skip anything that you don't want to talk about. So what was the next time that you went to jail or got arrested?
The next time was in 2014.
Okay, so you actually went a good little ways between getting arrested. So you got arrested in 2008, right?
Yes.
And then, so you went all the way to 2014 without getting in any trouble. That's That's pretty good. It doesn't seem like you started off as a career criminal, but what happened in 2014 that you got arrested?
Well, in 2014, I was actually stripping,
Okay, and again,
entertaining.
you don't have to say anything you don't want. You know, we don't want you. You know what I mean? It's your past is your past, and I'm not. You know what I mean? You don't have to talk about anything that you don't want to talk about.
Okay, so I lost my first husband in 2004, and after that, I had met Joe. Joe was really abusive, kind of crazy on the psychotic path. Just it's really weird. I always meet those type of men.
Huh.
So.
Well, they say that you attract what you are. You know what I mean? The energy that you put out. No, I'm serious. The energy that you put out is what you get back.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of tendencies.
I'm a little psychotic too.
Yeah. But anyway, that's not your fault. I mean, no matter what.
Anyway.
You need to do with a psycho like that. But okay, it's 2014.
2014. Well, in 2014, I got a possession charge. So my husband passed away in 2004. So I went with my homegirl, and we were going to go to a strip club, and I was just supposed to waitress. Well, as soon as I walked in, the manager said, "Dang, you should be an entertainer." I said, "Well, okay, I guess I'll try it." They didn't twist my arm or anything. They gave me an outfit, whatever. I made $434, and I liked it. I was like, wow, this is fast money. I'm going to be able to get a headstone quickly. So I did it, and I danced from 2004 to 2019.
So from 2004 to 2019, so that's 15 years. You're a dang veteran in the freaking strip club game, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's cool. I mean, everybody does what they got to do. Now, I would imagine, living, that sort of profession, there's a lot of temptation for drugs and things like that. How did you manage to dance around all that, or did you yourself get involved because of the strip club with drugs?
Me, myself, I was actually an addict.
Before you started dancing or after you started dancing?
After I started dancing, I started using drugs because my husband had passed, so I would self-medicate. But I got clean and sober, and this was about 2014.
So the same year you got arrested. Well, what was it that you got arrested for? I don't think you told us.
Oh, sorry. I got arrested for possession of cocaine.
How did that possession in 2014 come about?
Well, I started selling coke. And then from coke, I started moving on to selling ice, lures, Xanax bars, and powdered heroin.
So how did you end up getting caught? Or what led to the arrest?
Okay, I got arrested in 2014. I was actually going to go do a drop-off, and I had 320s on me. I didn't have the rest of it on me. Thank God, or I would have got a bigger sentence.
That's what I always tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Do not carry more than what you need to take with you, because you never know when you're going to get popped by the police. Anyways, I had to throw that in. Go ahead.
So, their excuse was that I didn't stop at a stop sign. And I stopped at every single stop sign. I made sure. But they were trying to, I think that they were on to me. They were watching me. I'm the type of girl that is really flashy, and I regret doing that because I took out 2 cars in 2 weeks. And I changed my hair like I changed my underwear. I swear to God.
I hope that's every day.
That is every day. Yeah. But I got in trouble, and the first time I got probation, and it was okay because I was like, okay, well, I'm on probation, I'm free, everything's gonna be fine.
That's the trap of probation.
I still was dancing. I was dancing, and I wasn't supposed to be dancing.
That's what I was. See, that's what I was getting at about that sort of lifestyle. Just leading into drugs. It just goes hand in hand with drugs and drinking. Is that a fair statement?
That's pretty fair. I mean, I had a very good life. It was a fast life. It was something that I'm used to. I don't like sleeping with people. At the strip clubs, you get a lot of offers for. So I was like, I'm not that type of girl. I'll go and I'll do my dancing, but I'm gonna sell drugs, and that's a way that I thought that I was gonna be able to make more money. And I have kids and stuff that I had to take care of, so my thought was, hey, well, let me be a dealer. And
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having to do what you got to do. I mean, a lot of people fall into that trap. If that wasn't the case, I probably wouldn't have a YouTube channel. If it wasn't such a popular route for people to go on. But
well,
as we learn, as we'll hear, it really doesn't have a positive ending. So, anyways, we'll get into that in a little bit. So, 2014, you go